Hi guys, I'm just editing this video right now and I've just realised that the sound quality of this video is really shit because my stupid ass decided that it would be a good idea to play around with the settings on my camera before filming this video, and I accidentally mucked up the sound quality. Really sorry. This video is super quiet. If you turn up your volume to the loudest you can actually still hear me, so just bear with me. I still wanted to upload it because I really like the way it turned out, but yeah, apologies for the sound quality in this video because it's really shit. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and hello if you're new, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Please make sure you subscribe before you leave. So as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, today's video I'm going to be creating this look which I have on my face right now, which as you can see is a very kind of glam, more on the dramatic side. I did use quite a lot of drugstore products in this tutorial as well, and I'm honestly obsessed with the way this makeup came out, and it's super quick, super easy. If you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. Cue the no makeup face. Right, so I'm going to start off with my eyes first today because we're going for a bit more of a dramatic look. So as you can already see, I've done my brows off camera. I used the soap brows method today, which I've been actually really loving doing at the moment for more like dramatic looks. So if you wanted to see how I got my brows like this, I did film it in a recent tutorial, so I'll link that video in the description box. I just thought I would not be repetitive and do the same thing again, so if you wanted to see how I got my brows, then it will be in the beginning of that video. But yeah, I'm going to start off with my eyes today because I want to do more of a dramatic look. I think I want to go for green today. I'm feeling really green. I recently just bought this Charlotte Tilbury. This is the colour Chameleon in the shade Smoky Emerald, which is like, as you can see, like this really nice green shade here. Don't know if you can really see that. I've never had this before and I've never used this colour before, so we're going to go in with that to start off with. I did put a tiny bit of concealer like under my brows, but there is actually nothing on my lids. I didn't put any concealer on my lids. I'm just going to go straight in with this. Oh, this is quite dark. Right, okay. I didn't expect it to, I don't know why I didn't expect it to be that dark. So we're going for a dark green look today. I wanted it to be a bit lighter than this, but oh well. I'm going to take this synthetic Real Techniques brush. With this type of product, you do want to use a synthetic brush to blend, because real hair ones, I don't actually know why, to be honest. I feel like a synthetic brush will just work better. So I'm going to blend that with this brush, and I'm going to do one eye first and then do the other eye, because if you let this dry, it will actually just not blend. So you need to be quite quick with this. When I used to work for Charlotte Tilbury, I never really used to use this colour for some reason, because people always used to like the more softer looks rather than the green. But this is actually stunning. I really like this. I'm going to take a fresh brush and just go over the edges, just to make sure that colour's all nice and blended. I'm going to be going in with obviously more powder eyeshadows over the top anyway, so I'm not too bothered. But this stuff will set, so I don't want it to look like I've got any harsh lines on my eyes. Why didn't I zoom you in? What am I doing? Let me zoom you in so you can actually see. Just going to add a little bit more to the outer corner. So I actually picked up this palette from Huda quite a while ago and I haven't actually touched it at all. It's like completely unused, so I think I'm going to use this today. This is so beautiful. This is the Emerald Obsessions palette. I also recently picked up this palette as well from Rude Cosmetics, and this is the Roaring 20s palette. I ordered this because Soph Does Nails used this in one of her recent videos and it looked stunning. This is what the palette looks like, and they've got some really nice green shades in here, so actually I might use this one as well. I'm going to just dabble between the two, I think. This one at the moment is calling my name more than the Huda one, so none of my brushes are clean, not prepared. What the hell is new? I bought this thing from Amazon. It's like it's called a colour switcher, I believe, and you basically just rub your brush in there and it kind of cleans it. And it doesn't really work that well, but it's alright. It does something. It does a little bit of something. I'm going to go in with this shade here. This is the shade Hot Dog. I'm going to put that, I think, on the outer corner of my eye. There's a shade in this palette which is a green shimmer and it looks incredible, and that's what I want to put all over the lid. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just focusing this on the outer corner. By the way, I played around a load with the camera settings on my camera, and I'm hoping that my video quality will be a lot better and the actual colour of my videos is better, because I feel like my videos were really orange before and I really didn't like the effect, because I've actually got a really good camera but I've just got no idea how to use it. I'm just not a techie person at all, so the camera settings were all over the place. I just watched like about 10 videos on YouTube of how to set up your camera for videos and stuff, so fingers crossed it's better. I really want just like a matte light brown for a transition, but there is none in this palette. So I'm going to go into this tiny little Morphe palette I have. It's just got 3 shades in it and they're matte browns. This is really good for like travelling, and I often wear just matte brown eyeshadow, so I really like this palette. And I'm going to take this shade here. I could literally just use a bronzer for this, and I'm just going to very carefully blend that on the edge of that green. I'm not really going to put too much of this colour on. I just literally want it as a small transition shade. Just taking a little bit more of that hot dog shade and pressing that on the outer corner. I'm just taking a clean brush real quick and just blending, because I feel like this does not look blended at all. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. I feel like it looks a tiny bit patchy, but I want to add a wing, and I feel like the wing will pretty much just cover most of that patchiness. I'm going to go in now with this shade here, which is called On the Ritz. This shade is literally stunning. It's like a really nice shimmery green. I'm going to take this on my finger. Oh my god, look at that shade. Can you see that? Oh, look at that. It's got like a purple shift. Oh my god. That shade is honestly stunning. It's got like a little bit of a purple shift. I pretty much just ordered this whole palette for this shade. Does anyone else ever do that? Just literally order a whole palette just for one shade. It was only about £15. I feel like sometimes brands would literally charge you £15 just for one eyeshadow, so I feel like I can kind of justify it. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see how glittery this is in person on camera, but in person this shade is stunning. Okay, I'm not happy with the outer corner. I feel like it looks patchy as fuck. So I'm going to go in with more hot dog. Just press that on the outer corner. I've been really out of the swing of doing like really dramatic eyes because I've been doing such natural looks recently, so I really want to get back into doing some more dramatic looks because I miss it. I miss just like absolutely caking my face in makeup. So I might just literally leave it there. I feel like that was the easiest thing ever. So now what I'm going to do is just chuck a winged liner on. I'm going to make it quite chunky. I usually do a really thin liner. I've been doing that recently anyway, but I feel like I want to make this one quite chunky. So I'm going to start off with a line, and then from about 2/3 of the way into that line, I'm going to pull it back. I can't really talk when I'm going to do this, but just to explain. Okay, I feel like I need a little bit more product in this like centre bit between the green and my skin. So I'm just going to go in with that shade from the Morphe palette just on this fluffy brush, and I'm just going to very gently put some of that in that area just to sort of blend it all together so that it doesn't look completely bare. Right, so I just went off camera quickly to do the other eye. Honestly, I'm so impressed with this Rude Cosmetics palette. I've never used their products before, and to be honest, I don't even think I've heard of them before, but the way this eyeshadow looks in person, like I said, I don't even know if you can see it on camera, but it's honestly so stunning. It's just such a unique formula. Just the whole palette is worth it just for that shade, because that shade is honestly incredible. I'm going to move on to face now. I'm going to prep my skin with my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Of course, I use this in literally every video. I use this every day. It's my favourite. I kind of already put a little bit of concealer around the top of my brow, so I'm not going to put too much on my forehead. My forehead has been really oily recently as well. I don't really know why, but I'm just getting such dry skin on like the centre of my face, and then really oily skin on my forehead, which before I always had really normal skin, and now all of a sudden it's just like freaking out. For primer, I'm going to go in with my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright primer, which has been my favourite primer for the moment. I just really like the way this leaves your skin really glowy, and I feel like it does prolong the wear of your makeup as well. All of my favourite foundations at the moment, I always have them in my fake tan shade, and I haven't got fake tan on today. So I'm struggling to find a foundation that I want to use. Do you know what? I might go in with my NYX. This is the Born to Glow foundation. I haven't worn this in ages, and this is really glowy, hence the name. I'm kind of not really feeling a glowy foundation today, so... but I'm just going to do it anyway because I can't bother to find another one. Like I said, all of my favourite foundations at the moment are in my fake tan shade for some reason, and I don't have fake tan on. I might fake tan after this video actually because I'm feeling really pale at the moment. So I'm just going to blend this in with my Real Techniques sponge. This sponge is honestly exactly the same as a beauty blender. All around my nose for literally weeks I had the worst dry skin that I've ever experienced in my life. It was literally like cracking, peeling off. It was so scaly and disgusting, and nothing I was using was working. to get rid of it. Literally nothing. I was trying everything, oils, serums, masks, creams, and nothing was working. And then I went to Boots pharmacy because I thought maybe I need like a proper like pharmaceutical cream as opposed to a cosmetics cream. She gave me this, which I paid about £5 for. I think it's for eczema, and honestly in 2 days it's gone. It's literally gone, and now I have normal skin around my nose again, and I can't even tell you how happy I am about that, because I had like the driest skin, and it became like, in the end it became like a rash. So I think I actually had a little bit of eczema around my nose. But I'm just so annoyed at myself that I just didn't go to Boots sooner, because I've literally been struggling with that for weeks, and I literally could have gone to Boots and had it over and done with in 2 days and not spent loads of money on loads of cosmetic products to try and get rid of it. So yeah, that horrible dry crusty patch that was around my nose that you probably would have seen in my videos has now gone. I'm going to go in for concealer with the L'Oreal More Than Concealer. I bought this ages ago and have barely used it. I don't really know why. I think I picked it up in a shade too light for me. Oh yeah, that is way too light. Shit. So we can try and make it work. But everyone's been saying that this is a really good Tarte Shape Tape dupe. I've never tried Shape Tape from Tarte, but obviously it's supposed to be like one of the best concealers. So I'm going to use this today under my eyes. I'm going to actually mix it with a little bit of the Benefit Boing Concealer. I bought like a mini size of this because I didn't know whether I'd like it. And I actually bought this in a shade too dark. So I'm just going to mix these two together just so that I don't look absolutely crazy. I'm just going to blend those two under my eyes. I've been so stuck to my Too Faced Born This Way concealer that I literally don't want to use anything else, because that one is honestly the best concealer I've ever tried, and I've tried a lot of concealers. So I just feel like when you find something that works for you, you don't want to really try anything else, because that one works so good for me that I've just been put off of trying anything else. But I do need to actually, like, you know, try some new stuff, because this one could be amazing. And actually that's really nice coverage. Wow, I actually really like that concealer combination. I feel like that's given me some really good coverage. I'm going to go in with cream bronzer and then I'm going to powder it. So we'll see throughout the process of cream bronzing if it actually creases. I have the creasiest under eyes ever. Every concealer ever creases on me, so I do have to powder it. But this one actually looks like it's not going to crease too badly, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to say that now, but it will crease. It will crease because I have a massive crack under my eye that always holds product. I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty. This is the Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream. This is in the shade Fair, which looks like this. This is actually a really nice cream bronzer. I, to be honest, never cream bronze. I always use powders. I just find that easier. But when I'm going for more of a dramatic look, I do like to cream bronze, just because it gives more of a chiseled effect and it's just a little bit stronger. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood complexion brush, and I'm just going to pat this. I use this more as a bronzer as opposed to a contour. I don't really contour my face often. I don't really know why. I think I'm just too lazy for it, but you only need the tiniest little bit of this and it goes so far. And I like to do this before I powder, because if you do it after your powder, you're just going to have a mess, to be honest. You don't want to use cream products on top of powder. So I'm going around my hairline as well with this. I like to always bronze my hairline because I think it just looks weird if you don't. Especially as I'm so fair, it just looks so disconnected if I don't bronze my forehead. Hello? Excuse me. Hello, I'm over here. I'm over here. My camera is having such a hard time focusing today. Ow! Banged my elbow because of you, stupid camera. Why the hell is my camera bugging out today? I'm over here. Look. Here. Thank you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the part of my sponge which has no product on it, and I'm literally just going to bounce over the kind of edges of that just to make sure it's all nice and blended into my foundation. Right, so the concealer has creased quite bad, so I'm just going to pat out those creases before I go in with any powder. The powder that I'm going to be going in with is the by Terry. This is the Hyaluronic Hydra powder. This has been my favourite powder recently. I honestly love this powder so much. It's the best powder I've ever used. I'm going to pour some into the lid. What I've been doing is taking a dry beauty blender and I'm just going to pat that in there, and I'm just going to get a little bit on the sponge, and I'm not baking with this. I'm literally just pressing this into skin. I tend to look kind of down like this so that all of the creases are kind of stretched out. Then I just take my little Real Techniques brush, which I've been really loving. I'm just going to take a little bit more powder and just press that into my forehead, because my forehead has honestly been so greasy, like I can't even tell you. By the end of the day, you could literally fry an egg on my forehead. I don't know what is happening to me. My skin is just going crazy, but yeah, I need to powder that shit because otherwise it's so shiny. I'm going to go in now with a bit of Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow. The bronzer in here is one of my faves. And I'm just going to press this lightly over the top of that contour that we've already done. This just kind of sets it in place and also just blends it a little bit better so it looks more seamless. So I'm just going down the sides of my nose with this angled brush with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury just to kind of contour my nose. Not really. I don't really contour my nose, but just to add a little bit of shade to the sides. Okay, before I move on to like blush and highlight, I'm just going to do the under eyes. So I'm going to go back in with that Charlotte Tilbury. This is the colour Chameleon. I'm just going to really lightly, quite tight, run that along the lower lash line. And then I'm just going to take this Charlotte Tilbury brush. This is a smudger brush and I'm just going to blend that out. Now I'm going to go in with the dark green matte shade that we used. I'm going to stamp that just kind of over the outer corner. And then taking a clean brush, I'm just going to blend that. And then I'm going to go in with this tiny little angled brush. I'm going to take the glittery green that we used and I'm going to put that in the inner corner bit, just very carefully because I don't want this to fall down on my face. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a black, this is the Maybelline Scandalised Black Eyeliner, and I'm just going to line my waterline with this. And I'm just going to do the same on the top waterline as well. Right, I don't know what is going on with my camera, but my camera just absolutely flipped the hell out. So I don't know whether this clip looks different to the clip before. If it does, in terms of lighting I'm talking about, if it does, then I'm really sorry, but I don't know how cameras work. They're honestly so confusing and I don't know what the hell just happened. My camera just absolutely flipped out. But anyway, I'm just going to move straight back on to the rest of my face. I'm going to be going in with the First Love blush from Charlotte Tilbury. I really like this blush for when I'm doing more of a heavy eye because it's not too much. Like, it just gives a little bit of a flush, but it's not too pink and it's not too coral. It's just kind of, yeah, just a little bit of something to the cheeks. Now moving on to highlight, I'm going to go in with my Estee Lauder. This is the Bronze Goddess limited edition highlighter. It's my fave, I love it, and I wanted to use it in this look. So I'm just going to put this on my cheeks, just a little bit on my nose. For lashes, I'm going to go in with these ones. These are the GWA lashes, which I really enjoy. These ones are the Luxe Silk Effect lashes in the style Elegance Lash, I believe. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes as well. So I'm just going to do that off camera and I'll be right back in just 1 second. Right, so my lashes are on, and now for lips. My favourite lip combo at the moment, and the one I've just literally been rinsing out and just using so much, is the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Liner with the Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW lipstick, which is very, very pale. The lip liner is darker than the lipstick, and I've just been loving the way this has been looking. Like, the combo is honestly my favourite. So that's what I'm going to do for lips. I'm just going to very slightly overdraw them and then blend the lipstick in with my lip liner. Right, so that is pretty much it, guys. So that is the finished, completed look. I'm honestly obsessed with this green eyeshadow. I love the way this has turned out. I'm definitely going to recreate this at some point for a night out or something like that because I'm honestly obsessed. I love it. If you did enjoy it as well, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. That would be amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.